a wild week 3 is over, so let's take the highlights. Starting out on Thursday night foosball, Colorado traveled over to Madison Square Garden in New York, where New York struck first. Both teams are 0-2, tied up to this point. There is Cora with a goal to take a 2-1 lead. And this one right here to take it to 3-1. And then 4-1. So after leading at first, New York now down 3, and now 4 after that goal. Then fought back to get 3 down, 2 down, 1 down right there. They just looked like the best New York team that I have seen in a long time. I mean, just look at the pressure they were putting on the goaltender. That one right there, tied up and brought to overtime, where New York was able to conquer Colorado. And let's take a look at the fans. That is the aftermath. New York celebrating and Colorado in tears. Next, Phoenix hosted St. Louis. Both teams off to a strong start in the season, so that means it's going to be a good game here at Wade Stadium in Phoenix. Phoenix had a very strong performance. Both teams played well, but in the end, Colorado, just a few mistakes by the goaltender, Slay on St. Louis, and it cost them in the end. Still had some good shots. There's a goal by Moss to bring it close. In the end, wasn't enough, and Phoenix was able to win. So Phoenix will remain undefeated, 2-1 for St. Louis. Next, Kansas City traveled across the pond to Great Britain. Sun going down, Great Britain struck first, but then Kansas City was able to tie it up. Kansas City 1-1, so is Great Britain, but Great Britain definitely have the better of them on this game. Still a few good goals there by Fry. But in the end, just McKinley allowed too many goals that should never have gone in. And Great Britain was able to win this one. Next, a struggling Honeycombs goes over to Cape Cod. And we can't even show all the goals because there were so many. Kraken had an unbelievable night, put up 7 goals in this game, where the team was overall able to score 10 goals. Full bars again. And so far, through 3 weeks, 30 goals allowed by Columbus. Never seen anything like this before. Next, Texas played Los Angeles in the division rivalry, where Los Angeles was able to strike first. Los Angeles, 2 losses for them and 2 wins for Texas so far. And it was just a wild game to watch as Texas put unbelievable pressure on Falstaff, the goaltender for Los Angeles, known for their wild tactic, just firing as many times as you could see. Falstaff knocked it into his own net. He did that not only once, but twice, as you can see there. And that definitely cost him in the end, as you can see, just firing as hard as you can. It's supposed to be this tactic, but they did the same thing that Falstaff did, knocked him through, going back the net. Wasn't enough, as they responded with a goal of their own, and then a big mistake from the centers right there. That one, another big mistake. It was just wild. Ball was flying all over the place. Goaltenders could not keep up, but Texas was able to win. Las Vegas traveled over to Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay's undefeated so far, and 1-1 for Las Vegas so far, I believe. But there's Leroy putting the pressure on, knocking it off the post into the back. Then a defensive goal allowed by Latch. And right there, really good, is tied. This was a good game. Leroy's able to get it back. And then accidentally knocked back again, so not much awareness on Latch today. A bit of a struggle, but a defensive score there. I believe that took it all the way to overtime. Now here we are in left field. The home team is able to break through in this one. Leroy ends it, and they will remain undefeated so far. Atlanta over to New England. Raleigh Tungsten put up some rockets against Blocker Manhattan. Blocker Manhattan's struggles continued, as you can see. Allowed a multitude of goals in this game, but Atlanta fought back in the first. So after one, it was 2-2, and we came into the second. And then the goal by the goaltender who struggled last week, allowing 10 goals. It was Sharp, but he looked much better today, and gave the offense a better opportunity. So this will be Raleigh Tungsten's first win at home. And he just put on a show. And there was no coming back at this point once he gets there. Atlanta still is able to get a few goals on the offense. but Atlanta will go to 0-3, and New England 2-1. The season after another goal from the defense, so Blocker Manhattan, the goaltender struggles need to get figured out so that you can't win games like that. So now let's take a look at the standings. So Tampa Bay atop the standings for the American West, Pennsylvania atop in the East. Now in the National, Great Britain has the lead. St. Louis is tied with them, and Texas and Phoenix are both undefeated.